lights on, and I ain't shutting up till they turn these lights on.
Y'all, WheresMy40Acres.com.
These are my bags, this is my swag, get your own smoke, I got my own bag, cause all I got for bitter bitches is a toe tag. Tell them dead that, now chill, why you so mad?
Stop it.
Why you mad at me? I know you wanted him, but he wanna leave with me, said he wanna leave with me. He said he wanna leave with me.
What up? I am the FN Black Rose, Dutch ReBelle, the Emcee, repping Beantown, IET all day. I rap sometimes. I heard I'm pretty good.
Can we get into some hip hop? Can we do that? Can we get straight to it? Oh, let's do it. Feel free to put your hands up. Hey, hey. Feel free to put your hands up. You know, we got a hip hop show. And for those who fuck with hip hop, that's what we doing out here. You know, repping Beantown. 80 gang. I'm just another penny in this wishing well. Others got dreams too, but the way they trying to shine doesn't seem true. I see the rust in them, so I ain't trusting them. I'll just be here shining bright against my peers, and I hope one day they'll see me through the ripples. See the masterpieces that I'm painting through my scribbles. In my notebooks, or off the rough and napkins. I'm not trying to guest star, I'm your main attraction.
Honestly, I try to focus not on saying that, like saying I'm a female MC or anything like that. I focus on just keeping my perspective. I treat hip hop like, the reason why, you know, I'm a guy's girl, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause I feel like most people can see that. Like, I show what a lot of dudes, so it's like, my role as their friend is always been to give my perspective, to give my view on stuff. So it's like, when it comes down to the music, you know, I don't really get caught up in like, saying, you know, I'm a female rapper, I'm a MC, blah, 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 this and this and that. I just talk about stuff that I know about. Like, I might not be the person robbing somebody, but I was there with his girlfriend when she got locked up. Like, you know what I mean? And just kind of just really just keep focused as to the women. Like I say, I speak for the sisters with no voices and the dudes with no choices. Like, that's really what it is. So I'm not really trying to frame anything. My main focus is talking about what's around me.
I'm focused. I won't be blinded by distractions. I've been gaming slipping, so I tighten up my traction. To me, the fortune's better than the fame. I don't care what you be famous. If I'm rich, I can't complain. When nobody knows your name, it's easier to make moves. Hit these snake dudes out here trying to harm me, but I won't let them alarm me.
Honestly, I actually haven't been doing it as long as most people think I have. I've only been doing music seriously for 2 years. My first time in the studio, my first time on stage, everything. First time writing a real rap was 2010, 2 years ago. I've always been able to rap. You know, most MCs start as a poet, so I've always been good with my pen. Having English be my second language, in my house, you know, you gotta know how to communicate well. So I've always been into music. I've always been into hip hop, but I've always been able to rap. Used to do little battles and stuff in high school. Never serious, like I said, never taking anything serious. So past 2 years though, I graduated college and I was just like, all right, I gotta get a job. And there's only one job that I would do for free, which is music. So I made sure that I stuck to it, and yeah, I've just been hitting the ground running since then. Honestly, I have fun performing. I've always been on the stage though. I used to dance and stuff like that, so it's not real. I'm not worried about the stage too much. Not like bands that make her dance. Like, I used to.
I still don't understand that song. Like, that's what bands supposed to do. But go ahead.
True. But nah. Like I said, I'm Haitian, so folklore, like Haitian folklore, a lot of reggae. I used to be super dance hall, like doing all the wild jumping off of stuff and all that crazy stuff. Yeah. I've always been on stage, and then also like doing poetry and things like that. You know, you're doing poetry shows, and as far as like, I've always kind of been like a leader. So like, people are always asking me to speak for them. Like, I swear, if somebody dies, they all look at me like, you're gonna go up and speak. Like, I'm the word person. I'm the speaker. And so yeah, my mother's like, she always did. She grew up in music as well, and like she always had a love for it. She used to sing. My father, you know, he has a big music collection. So I've always been able to understand the stage life. Like, the Haitian mentality, we're very like realistic about stuff. Like a celebrity is not a huge thing, because it's like, that's a person. Right. So the stage has always been like, you're up there at work. So it's never really been like nervous. Like, it doesn't make me nervous or anything like that. It's more so like, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And I just try to keep that energy throughout the whole thing. And I feel like that's really the main reason why I've been clocking all these shows so quick. Haven't only been in it for 2 years. So.
Gas bill due, I'ma do what I gotta do. No seed to feed, but I'ma need them trees, and I'ma need them G's to live good. Black rose goes from the cracks in the hood, got stacks. I'll flip you on your back if I could. I once had them niggas about to deal you plotting. Got a good heart. forgotten. Got a lot of pain down memory lane, so I'ma play with Mary Jane till it's all forgotten. I've been in the front of the whip with a couple of chicks that got toast right in front of their hips. Razors at the top of their lips, the bag chips. Queen with the scheme, I'ma need a good flip to bring back so much you can tell them I need that. See, I've been in the shadow of a kneecap, they give me some tree rats while I'm loaded. Name another one that's loaded. And if you want it, I'ma get it. Better watch how you approach this chick, cause I'm coming here for hours. Terminator, take a paper from a robo, bitch. No problem down for you getting stuck up. Never stay down so the nigga stuck up. And I know time's getting hard for a nigga. Make a chick wanna come right back round and rob me, nigga. Rob me, nigga. Rob me, nigga. And I know time's getting hard for a nigga. Make a chick wanna come right back round and rob me, nigga. Rob me, nigga. Rob me, and I might just, I know time's getting hard for a nigga. Make a chick wanna come right back round and rob me, nigga. Rob me, nigga.
What's one big thing you think right now is missing in like hip hop in general?
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
History. I feel like there's a gray area that happened in music, and that's the time when we all started getting annoyed with it. And I feel like that happened because if hip hop started with elements of jazz, reggae, what those forefathers, the Cool Hercs and the Cool G's and the Melly Mel's and all of those old school cats, like if they started it with what they grew up on, then why is everybody taking what they like get fed right away and they're making their music based off of what was like it's a Xerox. You're making a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox. And I feel like that's the main thing that's missing. My parents are Haitian. They were not listening to Big Daddy Kane and shit in the crib. That's not what was happening. They were listening to like Haitian music. So what I ask people to do is like, yo, if you know culture, you know sounds and you know lifestyles that are around you that other people don't know. So focus on those. Like, who cares if it's some weird folk song that you heard walking into the mall one day? Like, make it your story. Right. So when I say history, it's like cats is just trying to recreate what they see right now. And they didn't really take the time to ever figure out how the person got there, and that's why it sounds like that. Like, you listen to people like Big Crit, you listen to people like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see where they're coming from. It's the same thing with the Southern artists, like up north, same thing. It's not like, all right, I'm gonna recreate this boom bap, or I'm gonna do this East Coast thing. Like, you should not be doing that unless you're from that. You know that. That's why somebody like an A$AP Rocky could bubble the way he bubbles, because it's like, yo, he clearly knows Southern music. It's not like he was just like, I'm gonna be that dude, I'm gonna be Trill. Like, clearly you was on the 8-Ball MJG Pastor Shore like I was, you know what I'm saying? And that's actually another factor. I came in hip hop through the South. I'm from Boston though. I'm up north all day, but my brother put me on it. He lives in Miami, so I got put onto hip hop through like Goody Mob, Pastor Shore, Trick Daddy. Like, that's how I got put on. So it was easy for me to know that I have to know around the people. I have to know what they're doing to even be trying to make music. And I just feel like everything I just said ain't got nothing to do with half of the people making music right now. I don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. And I just feel like that's really the biggest thing. Like, they're trying to rush it. They're not actually even paying attention to themselves and who they are and what they want to put out. So I feel like history is just looking back and just being aware of stuff. I feel like that's really what's missing.
So do you think that the generation gap in hip hop is messing it up and messing up the name of it?
I think the only thing that's messing it up is that people don't understand how influential media is, to be honest with you. I feel like that's it. Like, everything, we could talk about all the emotional stuff, all the like stuff forever. At the end of the day, it's like, if nobody cared, they wouldn't talk about it. You know what I mean? If nobody cared, like, if that story, if we weren't the gossipy folks we are, that story wouldn't pop, so it wouldn't be the story to choose. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's the media's reflection, because I'm not saying that doesn't happen. The older cats, and I did touch on that already, like, the older cats really aren't doing as much to reach back, but sometimes with reason is what I think people don't get. Like, I'm not gonna put you on if you're not ready to get put on. Like, it's period. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. If you're not humble, you're not humble. If you're not a hustler, you're not a hustler. You're not gonna be at A3C if that's how you are. If you want the emo stuff, you know what I mean? So I feel like with situations like that, it's a great example. You know, like talking about like Lupe's and the Pete Rocks and stuff. It's like, I feel like they situations like that have to happen for those debates. You know what I'm saying? Because people learn business, people learn like publishing, licensing, etc. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they also have the debate of, oh well, Pete Rock is whack for that. He's supposed to be an OG, blah blah blah. And it's like the young cats is like, no, I can do what I want. And it's really just comes down to like, how we spin the story. That's how the story spun. So I feel like there is a disconnect and there is a gap, but it's not because of the music. It's because people are stupid sometimes. You know, simple as that. Like, not everybody's gonna get it, but it's just the dumb one gets. It's usually the loudest in the room. I feel like that's really what it is. Like, I try not to even focus on all of that, you know, because it's just like I deal with enough of that in my life. So it's like when you hear it in music. Someone asked me yesterday on a panel. They were like, you know, as a female, like, do you know the female question? You get the female answer. I mean, I'm like, yo, like, I've been a female for a very long time. It's only new to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's only new to you. I do this. And another thing, someone was like, you know, do you listening to other female rappers, like, does that influence you on how you see females and everything? And I'm like, yo, I've lived life, yo. I've been through things. Ain't no song, book, TV show, movie gonna tell me what I know about people. You know what I'm saying? And that's so to really answer that question about the disconnect, there's a disconnect in people's brains, yo. That's all that is. That's all that is. And it just gets more promotion. So I feel like, you know, I'd rather focus on talking about the ill journalists and the ill media people that are really telling the stories right, focusing on the right questions, asking the right questions. It's so cliche to be like, oh, what's going on with you? What's under us? Oh, shoot, like, I heard about that. But you might be able to ask a crafty ass question that actually just like appeased both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lack of journalism. I went to school for journalism. Like I said, I went to college, so I went to Penn State. I graduated in journalism. So that's another reason why, you know, I mean, it ain't no book story, because I know that there's a writer, there's a spin, there's an editing process. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just don't pay attention. They just want the cheap, they want the quick version of stuff. It's just stupid. Okay, because that's not this game.
We're going to wrap this up. Cool. I got everybody out there.
No problem. I don't give a shit.
2 questions. I'm going to throw them at you at the same time. Answer them as you go.
All right, I'll keep them tight for you.
All right, one of them is, can you explain your style?
My style.
Your dress, everything. And is that from Boston, or is that you all the time, or is that your stage presence? Next question, you being on the hip-hop panel, what does that mean?
My style is complex simplicity. I just love that term. But, nah, real talk, like, I'm Haitian. I was born in Haiti. I'm an immigrant. But I grew up in the city. I traveled a lot. I pick up from my style is little pieces of where I've been. You know what I mean? I was a chick in high school wearing a do-rag with door knockers and lip gloss. You're not telling me nothing. Oh, why you wearing a do-rag for? That's some dude shit. Because my hair's too soft with my doobies, so the scarf's gonna fall off and there's a rope on this. Like, it's very natural is my style. And it's the same way when I'm rapping. It's the same music. I feel like, and you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like talking to me, you pretty much know what my music's gonna sound like. Because it should be that way. So when it comes to my style, I'm comfortable. Like, and of course I pick up. I'm with a lot of dudes. I ran around with a lot of dudes. So clearly, like, what I think is cool is probably gonna be based off of what I heard, like hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wear Timbs. I have Timbs. Girls who don't wear Timbs, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're from the South and there's no reason for that or whatever. Like, but even then, it's like, it's part of the hip hop thing. But so my style is just very reflective of where I've been. You know what I'm saying? I try to just keep it that way. Like, you know, I got. You know, I try to throw island in there with the city. It's island born, city raised. That's my style. Island born, city raised. Everything about me is that. As far as being on a panel goes, that was freaking dope, yo. It was so dope. Like, I was only, this is my second time being out here. My first time, I didn't have no performances. I just networked my ass off. And then now coming back and I'm invited on a panel and I got 2 shows. It's really like, it makes it full circle for you, because anything that you've ever been going through before you got onto that panel, it cancels itself out. Like, I'm up there with Dante Ross. Dante Ross used to manage Action Bronson, currently manages Harry Fraud. Like, I remember the day he followed me, because somebody must have told him about him. He followed me. I walk off the panel and he goes, yeah, I've been following you. I'm like, yeah, I favorited your follow. I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it really puts, it's kind of like an out of body thing. It puts everything in perspective for you. It puts all the work in perspective. It puts all the hustle in perspective. But really, as a panelist, it really separates me business-wise from some of these artists, because I do have a solid relationship with the industry cats and the A&Rs and the movers and the shakers, and I only been in the game for 2 years. So it's not because of anything. I mean, I'm not even out here. I'm in Boston. So you can't be like, oh, it's because she's a girl, she cute. Nah, because then I would have just been grouped up with the groupies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know these people. They come up and say hi to me. And that's because, and I tell people, like on the panel, the reason why I can be on something like a panel is because I never fronted about what I didn't have. I let everybody know what I didn't have. They're like, yo, you got music? I'm like, yo, I got YouTube videos. I have no studio. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want with that information, but that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? So being on a panel just makes me feel like I don't ever have to second guess the way I'm moving, because they clearly think it's in the right direction.
And anything else you want to say?
I'm very happy to be here. DutchReBelle.com, DutchReBelle.com, DutchReBelle.com. Married to the Music. I have a project out right now. It's all original production. Real quick, married to the music, you know, for better, for worse, hip hop. That's it. Like, it's really how it goes. Dutch ReBelle FN, follow on the Twitter. Malcolm Digital, you know, the label. We working. We got a show later on, and Swerve Radio. Shout out to Swerve Radio. And yeah, Facebook Dutch ReBelle 617. I'm happy to be at A3Cs. Mob life is dope. It's out here. I'm hungry. You know, it's cool.